The secret of the serpent stone, a gift from the earth god. Long ago, nestled in the cliffs of Bandiagara, the Dogon people lived in harmony with the land. Their lives followed the rhythm of the earth, planting, harvesting, dancing under the stars, and telling stories passed down for generations. But one dry season, the rains never came. The millet fields turned to dust, and the rivers whispered only silence. In a quiet Dogon village, a curious little boy named Keni watched his mother kneel by the dried-up well, her empty bucket cradled like a lost dream. He didn't understand why the skies were angry, but he knew something was wrong. One morning, while following a lizard through the rocky cliffs, just for fun, Keni chased it into a narrow crack between the stones. He squeezed through, scraping his elbows, but he didn't mind. He was always finding new hiding spots. But this time was different. The crack opened into a wide, silent cave glittering with strange green crystals. Keni had never seen this place before, even though he'd explored every corner of the cliffs, or so he thought. At the center of the cave lay a large, spiral-shaped stone, cool and smooth, with swirling patterns like snake scales. It pulsed with a faint green light. Keni reached out. The moment his fingers brushed the surface, the air shifted. A voice echoed, not in the cave, but inside his mind. "Why do you disturb my sleep, little one?" Keni stumbled backward. I didn't mean to. I was just chasing a lizard." The stone shimmered, and suddenly it moved. Scales uncoiled, revealing a shimmering serpent with eyes dark as night. Keni's heart raced, but he wasn't afraid. Somehow, the serpent felt familiar. "I am Lewe," it said. "Earth's breath, life's keeper." Keni blinked. "Lewe. Like in the stories. The earth god." The serpent nodded slowly. "You did not seek me, but I have been listening." Keni lowered his eyes. "Would you give something precious, not for reward, but for others?" Keni hesitated. He had nothing with him but a carved stick his grandfather had made, a simple thing, but full of meaning. He used it to play, to draw in the dust, and to remember the stories his grandfather told. He held it close. Then he stepped forward. "You can have this," he said softly. As soon as the stick touched the ground, the stone lit up like the rising sun. A soft rumble echoed through the cave. Water began to seep from the cave walls, pooling into a clear spring. Keni returned to the village and guided the elders to the cave. When they saw the new spring, they wept with joy. From then on, the village never lacked water again. And though Keni never told anyone about the serpent or the voice, he always returned to the cave once a year to sit by the spring and whisper, "Thank you." The lesson. Sometimes, the greatest changes come when we aren't looking for them, but how we respond matters. Keni's surprise encounter with Lewe reminds us to live with humility, care for the earth, and give generously, even when no one's watching. The end.